I think we're doing some Q&A. So there is a microphone, so if anybody's got any questions.
Seth is going to be Donahue.
Yep, feel free to throw a hand up. And I'm actually naturally an introvert, and I'm up on stage playing for you, so don't be shy.
Any questions?
I think we have one right over here on the end.
All right, I got you. When did you begin your songwriting career? Who helped you foster that? And what do you wish you would have had looking back that would have helped, propel you or grow you even more than you started out with?
By career?
Are we talking career, or are we talking when we first started writing songs?
When you first began writing songs, what age were you?
I started writing songs when I was 12 years old because I thought rock stars had to write their own songs, so I just learned how to play guitar and started writing songs, and he was my little brother. I know he looks older, but he's my little brother, so
it's hard to carry him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's stressed out from it.
So
we started very early, but the career part, I didn't even know this was a job, to be honest.
I think they actually had a record deal before they ever even knew songwriting was like something you could do for a living.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I on the other hand, I wrote my first song at 13 because I had a crush on a girl in my freshman English class in high school.
Women.
And she had a crush on a guy in the sophomore English class. And I didn't know how to deal with it. And I went home and started writing words and melodies and singing them into a tape recorder. I guess that was songwriting. I mean, it was. I did that for like years because the only instrument I could play at the time was trumpet, and it's really hard to sing and play trumpet at the same time.
If you do a writer's night of the trumpet,
I'll pay big bucks.
That'd be pretty awesome. That would be pretty fun. Satchmo himself. At least for me, the one thing that would have been helpful would have been able to play something besides trumpet. That would have been really nice. If somebody would have just handed me a guitar and said, please, learn to play this, that would have been incredibly helpful.
We're all the product of our raising at some level. Brad and I's parents were, they were kind of strict, and we weren't allowed to go to Applebee's because they sold beer there.
Kind of strict? We didn't have a TV.
Yeah,
because somebody said, damn it, on TV once, and that was it.
But they taught us how to work really hard. We had great work ethic. So it was like one of these things where we had to work really hard. But what I wish I had started reading like I read now back then, and just saturated myself with books and stories, and just, I tell every writer at any level, if you're not reading, you're not writing. So just start reading as much as you possibly can. So,
if you don't read enough, you'll wind up writing Red Solo Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the product of not reading enough.
And I know when you guys heard that, you were like sitting there going, I could do this. This is crazy. But
any other questions?
Any other questions? Yes.
Okay. So as teachers, we have a lot of students that want to be entertainers, be it hip-hop or country, whatever the genre is. So as far as the business of music, what would you recommend for us to be bringing to our students?
Yeah, talk them out of it. No, I really am kidding. I think, well, let's start with the absolute basics. Teach them how to believe in themselves. I'm dead serious about that because this business is 99.9% no. We get kicked in the teeth over and over and over again, especially at the beginning. And if enough belief isn't already inherently there, that the give up is the easy part. And so you basically have to set them up for when the no's begin to happen, because it will happen for everyone that does this. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how much God-given musical whatever is flowing through your veins. You're going to get more no than you're going to get yes, and they have to be able to push through that. So the more you can instill belief in themselves, the better their chances are.
Our dad told us one time, he just said, don't stop being funny. You're not that great. And it's like you got to keep a sense of humor. I tell anyone that's coming, there's no shortcuts and nothing's free. This shit ain't easy. It's fun, and I do get to go to work with a hat on backwards and flip-flops. But we do get a lot of no and a lot of kicked in the teeth, so it's good. It's just not, if you're looking for an easy way to make a living, don't do this, because it's not necessarily easy.
In Nashville, they you know,
Nothing hurts.
I was going to say I'm an adjunct professor, which is funny. I went to 2 days of college and dropped out because I was writing songs.
Not reading.
And not reading. And so at Lipscomb University here, they have actually songwriting majors. And so I got to teach seniors of the songwriting majors for the last 3 years. And I'm not teaching them how to rhyme cat with hat or play guitar or whatever. They bring whatever influence they have. I do tell them it is a business, and you have to do it. Most of the kids in the high school level, they want to be rich and they want to be famous. And their focus needs to be, I want to be good at something I do, and I need to work really hard at it and be driven. Because this is a very difficult business. And if you're coming just to be rich or famous, it's after the 9th year of Josh Kear, he had to write songs. He loves it that much. He was willing to risk his life on it, and he had to write because it was inside of him and it had to come out. If that's not the reason you're doing it, you just want to be rich and famous, go marry one of the Kardashians.
Yeah.
And if Josh had just given up, I would have a Grammy.
Yeah, I know. What is it?
One year.
Why didn't you quit?
1 year. I mean, we would have missed some good songs in country
Even
music.
6 months.
But I would have had a Grammy, so.
I'm sorry again.
No. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Besides a little piece of hardware you can brag about.
We've gotten more fodder out of that over the years.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been a lot of fun.